Hi, Pookie.
Hello!
Guess whose birthday it is?
Mine.
So I decided to make myself a little cake to celebrate. Alright, so we have two cake mixes over here. The one that looks like this tall packaging design from a trash bag company, and somewhat normal one. No gluten, no grain, no dairy, no bitches, non-comedogenic. You get the gist of it. You also need eggs and oil. Mixing bowl and half-eaten cucumber. Optional.
Bitch, I can't see!
Alright, so apparently you kinda gotta mix it all together. I put it in a mixing bowl and kind of looked sus, but smelled alright. We'll need 3 eggs. If you need a tutorial on how to crack one, just let me know. Tres. Okay, first oil that I'm gonna use is coconut, and we gotta kind of melt it. I poured it in a measuring cup, and the rest of it I just filled with avocado oil. Serious rocket science going on right here. Anyways, pour it in and mix it all together. Again, looked very sus, but tasted alright. Now I'm gonna prepare my pans, like pan, and put aluminum foil on the bottom. I did 2 of them, but guess what? That was unnecessary. Because remember all that oil I put in? Yeah, I left them in anyways. Distribute the dough evenly. Check the temperature of the oven. Yup, feels about right. And pop them in for however long the recipe says so. Now we're gonna do the trash bag one. Very similar process, cake mix, eggs, and except this one required much more oil. What's up with the oil in all these cake mixes? Bruh, that was too much. I poured half of it and substituted the rest with water. Put it in a sauna with its brothers. And look at that! Honestly, I was very surprised that I got something nice out of it. Pop them out after the dough has completely cooled down. Eventually, we're gonna combine these two together. This one was not as easy to take out, probably because I didn't put aluminum foil. I went around the edges with a knife and bam! Like it did it on its own. Next, I was trying to decide how I'm going to put this whole thing together. I'm cutting the big loaf in half because that's where the cream is gonna go. I was surprised how nice it looks. Meanwhile, let's give the face a little chop. I'm a Dr. Kim that real quick. Clearly something went wrong. I guess how it's supposed to. Let's glue it all together. For filling, I'm using Nutella, which I barely buy because I'll eat the whole jar. But as you can see, I'm using crumbs and gluing them on the sides of the face to kind of sculpt it a little bit, and then moving on to the body. And that's where all the fun begins. The whole cake started falling apart no matter what I did, so I just decided to demolish it and build a Walmart parking lot. But no, like demolish it and then go with the cake pop vibes, which is basically mixing all the crumbs with Nutella and hope for the best. Back in 2nd grade again. I thought I was gonna lose my marbles. Transfer both to a separate sheet and burn it. Just kidding. Set it aside for now. I bought white and black fondant, as well as food coloring markers. Never worked with this material before, but it felt like more durable Play-Doh. I'm rolling it out relatively thin and covering the front of the face. I was getting excited here because it kind of looked good. And then I started making his nose, which honestly very much so looks like mine. I'm proud of that. It's already on my accomplishments list. And then I'm working on his brown bone. Spideris has a very gorgeous facial structure. So I make sure I take my time. Working on those cheekbones. And I started using water to smooth everything out. I'm not even sure if you're supposed to, but I did. And this is what we're having so far. Mine will be smiling, of course, so I'm creating smile lines. After that, I'm rolling out more of the white fondant to cover the second part of this cake, which honestly was so much easier to do than the first part. I guess I'm just becoming professional now. Call me for wedding cakes. Then I decided to fix the back of his head a little bit by adding more fondant. This is what we have so far. Moving on to the black fondant. Gotta keep it sealed. Rolling out a small piece and creating a mouth shape, which is basically half a circle kind of thing. And stick it on just like that. Doing the same thing for the brows, rolling, cutting, sticking them on. Oh my god, this is so much fun. Are you having fun? Next, we're going to do his gorgeous eyeliner. I need his makeup artist card. Got a thin string of fondant out and created an eye shape. And then another eye. You know, there's 2. And then small cute little lashes. I bet he used juicy black mascara. I'm also adding a little eyeballs. And now it's time to color. I'm painting his eyes blue because he got those ocean eyes. And adding some pupils with black. Next, I'm making iPhone cord and putting it around the black to imitate the lips. That's when police started knocking on my door and eventually had to arrest me for JK. My phone ran out of storage, transfer took forever, I went to sleep. With the red marker, I'm going to color his lips, which wasn't working really well, so I used my finger. Wow, I'm so crafty. Okay, now moving on to the limbs. For that, I decided to use these pokey strawberry sticks. And I'm going to cover them in black fondant, which apparently you can have a gorilla grip on because they're very delicate. Take 2. This time we're going to be very gentle. It actually started turning out pretty good. Very tedious job though. And we need 6 of them. I cut it in half and connected it with a little chunk of fondant to replicate the spider leg. And this is how it should look like. Now it's time to assemble. I'm drilling a hole with a shish kebab thing and sticking it in. It's perfect. I kept going around and doing 3 on each side. Now I'm going to do the teeth, which is cutting a bunch of small triangles. Here's the proof, you see? And just stick them on like normal teeth. I mean, I'm not sure how normal that is. After adding a few more, that is it. That's the cake. I made this goddamn cake. Bringing all those world top cake makers have an announcement to make. All right, let's put it to the taste test. It was actually not that bad at first. Then I started chewing more and a little questionable. Overall, I would give 5 out of 10. Well, that didn't work. Thank you so much for watching, Pookie. Shutting me down.